Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome to Marriage Monday, where we discuss all issues dealing with marriage, love, sex, romance, money, children, and all other aspects of being married, with your host and hostess, Donna Reed and Lorenzo Reed. We would like to thank everyone for being here and thank all our sponsors for participating, for subscribing to all our different channels. But please go to the YouTube channel at tagteammarriage.com. No, Tag Team Marriage on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate your subscription over there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with our hostess, Donna Reed.
I feel like I need some
Like
some music after that.
Some theme music.
Some theme music. This is a good theme music.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Elliot. Elliot. Babe, meet Elliot. Elliot, this is my husband Larenzo.
What up?
Elliot is Rajan's best friend.
What up, dude?
Hey, Elliot. All right, so we are building already. Good evening, everyone.
I'm sharing as usual.
Hope you guys had a great day. I'm sorry, let me turn this just a little bit. Hope you guys had a great day. I had a great day. Did you have a great day?
I had a fantastic day.
I love going to work. Went to work. I love going to work.
I love running around, and most of the things I wanted to get done didn't get done because I was running around and had other things that came into play.
Yeah.
It's great.
So,
Awesome.
had a lovely day. So, in the midst of everything going on, we always want to give a positive word. We always want to uplift and not tear down.
Right,
So,
right.
we want to start out by saying we know a lot is going on in the world right now, but we want to encourage everyone to stay positive, stay on your grind. Don't take no for an answer. Don't take no for an answer, but he is sharing. We're sharing like 50 million places. We'd love for you guys to go to our YouTube page and like and subscribe there because we're trying to get this central to YouTube. But, hello, we did our intros. So first things first, we always want to start out by inviting you all to our box office wedding. We are having our box office wedding Saturday, February the 20th. 2021 at the Georgia Aquarium. And there's an open invitation to everyone. We'd love for you guys to be there. It's going to be a grand event. We had our premiere wedding back in February, just a small gathering with our immediate family. So wasn't an opportunity for everyone who wanted to be there to be there. So again, of course, we've opened this up to everyone. You can submit your RSVP at tagteamwedding.com. You can go there and submit your RSVP. And again, remember, we don't want any gifts. We don't want any monetary gifts.
I do.
We don't want you to look for a registry because we won't have one. Our gift is you. The RSVP is $50. Hey, Maya.
That's going to cover.
Myra, I'm sorry. I'm looking to the side. Hey, Myra.
That's going to cover Wolfgang Puck.
Wolfgang Puck is the caterer at the Grand Aquarium. So the $50 covers your meal, your unlimited drinks. We're going to have a great time. If you haven't gotten a sample of a wedding at the aquarium, like Google it. Google weddings at the Georgia Aquarium and see how grand and beautiful they are.
Yes.
So that's where we will be. And again, go submit your RSVP. We're rounding about 100 guests right now who've already submitted their RSVP. We have space for quite a bit more, and we'd love for you guys to be there.
Yep. It's going to be a great time. Great weekend. So, into the discussion. Diving deep.
Wait, shirts first.
Oh, shirts. Sorry.
We always have to show our shirts. These shirts were made by my niece, Ashley. Thank you, Ash. We really appreciate it.
They were a gift. Thank you, Ashley.
It says,
make sure I get everybody here.
Always protect your queen.
Always protect your queen. No.
Mine says, always trust your king. always stretch.
That's right. Gotta protect her.
I always stretch your cane. All right. So our subject tonight. This is going great, guys.
Yeah.
This is like our. How many times? How many weeks? 5, 6,
Oh, this is like
7,
like 9, 10, 11
8,
weeks.
9 weeks. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We're on maybe like week 10
Yeah.
of Marriage Mondays.
Yeah.
So, and it's really enjoyable. We have some really great subjects. We talk about everything. In case y'all missed the intro, do the intro again. Do the little intro.
Welcome everyone to Tag Team Marriage. This is Marriage Monday with your hostess Donna Reed and the host Larenzo Reed. We want to welcome all of you and joining us all over the world to this broadcast on many different medias to Tag Team Wedding. I'm messing it up, but it's all right. So please join us and please subscribe to our Tag Team Marriage YouTube channel, as well as our group of Tag Team Wedding. Now, as you saw, we have a Tag Team Wedding website where you can RSVP to join us for the Georgia Aquarium, hosted by Wolfgang Puck.
Hosted.
So tonight you're in for a very special treat. Tonight's subject matter is to like someone and to love them are two different things. Join us as we dive deep into this discussion, and your comments are welcome. Your comments are welcome, and your comments will be appreciated. Please start typing now.
All right, guys. So let's get into this. To like someone and to love them are two different things.
I'm mad that nobody did any laughing emojis when I was doing that.
They did.
I ain't seen none.
Like 1,
Oh,
2,
okay.
3, 4. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't looking. I need some After Effects.
Yeah. He got into that one a little too much, a little too bit. To like someone and to love them are two different things.
That's right.
All right. So let's get
Go
started.
ahead. Go ahead. Start that one. All right. So
Number 1. We have our notes over here on the board.
You've got a text message.
Okay. My text.
Yeah.
Right there. All right. Go ahead, babe.
So the first portion that we're going to talk about is the fact that it happens. It's a reality. When you get married, you deepen your loving relationship, it is going to have to happen quite often, and it probably happens during the whole dating courting process anyway, that you will find yourself, I still love you, but right now I don't like you. If you're a parent, you know you've been through that with your children where you're like, I love you, but I don't like you. The difference is being married, you know, your children are your children, you got to take care of them, you feel a responsibility. Oftentimes this situation starts to create a problem within marriages where they don't like each other for an extended period of time. So we're going to first talk about those moments of not liking your mate and how you'd handle it. So that's the subject matter for tonight. We know that you love them, and we always start out with our why. Why are you there?
Why are you here?
And we're going to talk more about that in the last part, in the fixing, so y'all got to stay tuned. We're also going to talk about sex at the end, so you better stay tuned. How about that? How about that as a teaser? So, in those moments, baby.
So in those moments of not liking your spouse, because like you said, it's reality. There are times where we're not going to like one another. There are times when you all aren't going to like one another. But does that mean that you don't love your spouse just because you're not liking them in that moment? So how do you treat them? This is one of the things we talked about. How do you treat your spouse when you don't like them? Do you continue to fix his plate or fix her plate? Do you continue to do his laundry or do her laundry? Do you continue to make sure that when you go to the store, I'm going to pick up the ice cream that she likes because, you know, I know she likes it just because I met her? Do you change your demeanor, the way you are with your spouse just because you're upset, angry, or you're not liking them?
And we want y'all to acknowledge that. If you change, if you're on the Facebook swings and all that, if you change your demeanor, do like a thumbs up that you actually change your demeanor or the way you treat your spouse because you don't like them. If you're on YouTube, you just don't have to say it. But do you change? Is that something that you do? Honey, is that something that you do? Do you change your demeanor when you don't like me?
So as y'all know, we are raw, real, and honest. We're very transparent because honestly, these are real problems and real issues people face. But the way we're going to get through these challenges if we're honest and open with them.
That's right.
So I'm going to raise my hand on this one.
Mm.
I do tend to treat him a little different when I'm upset with him, when I don't like him. Like, I do. Not that it's right, but sometimes I'm like in my feelings, and I'm like, if I don't like him right now, why am I gonna do things that we got a thumbs up? Why am I gonna do something for him? I had that issue, y'all. I do. So why am I gonna do something for him when I'm not liking him? Now, honestly, we have this thing he calls death or dying. Is it death or dying? The situation, is the situation death or dying?
That's right.
Or is it something that we can resolve, we can talk about, it can be fixed? But I tend to veer off. I do. I kind of veer off, and
She being mean, y'all. She being nice.
I'm like, I'm not being nice. I do. I veer off, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not thinking about him right now. I'm really not. I'm really not. Now, is it major? That's why I mentioned the death or dying. Is it major? If it was something major, like, say for instance, we're getting ready to open up the gourmet popcorn shop, the new store, and we're working on different things what? We're working on different things.
You being transparent, just go ahead and say what you want to say.
No, I'm saying it. No, I'm making an example. I'm making an example.
I know exactly what you're going on.
No, so if in that process, while in that process, we're looking, like right now, we were looking for sneeze guards. We have to put up sneeze guards where the popcorn is being served. So in looking for the sneeze guards, I saw so many different sneeze guards. I'm an Amazon queen. I love Amazon. I have a Prime account. So, of course, we can get things the next day or whatever. And I know he's looking for the sneeze guards. And he needs the sneeze guards. Very important and crucial for him to have the sneeze guards. I found the sneeze guards on Amazon Prime. Just go plug in there. This is the day that I was teed with him. Like, I didn't like him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
You did?
Yeah, the plumber. Go ahead.
I don't know about the plumber.
Go ahead.
I remember about the plumber. So anyway, death or dying, I know he needed the sneeze guards. So because I was angry with him, because I was angry with him and I didn't like him that day, I still called him and let him know where to find the sneeze guards. As a matter of fact, I put them in the cart.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So he could go to the cart and let him know, go to the cart, and I reserved the sneeze guards to take a look at them to make sure those were the ones that he wanted or he needed. Death or dying. So because I'm angry at him, I don't like him at the moment. Do I stop doing things? How I treat him? Do I stop doing the important things just because I'm
okay? That's what I see what you're saying. So what you're saying is that if it's a major thing, you're gonna keep doing it.
Right.
Like the sneeze guards was a major thing because if that don't happen, we ain't making no money in like 2 weeks.
We're not making any more money.
Any more money, you know. Yeah. So, but minor things.
Right. Minor things. Like, I mean, I don't know. I would still do your laundry. Like minor things.
Like if you're going down the stairs, you know you come back upstairs, you will not say, baby, do you want anything before I come back upstairs?
Oh yeah, that's minor. But no, I wouldn't. I'd go right downstairs, get what I needed, and come back up and drink it.
While me, on the other hand, none of the cordial things for me stop. None of the niceties stop. Even though I'm mad, you know I'm mad at you. You know I don't like you right now. You're not my friend right now. So, but because I love you, I'm not going to stop taking care of you. Like, I'm not going to stop and say, see what you want for breakfast. You know, whereas if I was treating you differently, I just go downstairs and make breakfast, and whatever it is, you just going to eat it. If you don't want to eat it, whatever. But I will still say, what would you like? Would you like this? Would you like that? You know, you want it, you don't want to eat with me? Fine. Make sure it comes upstairs to you. So, you know, I'm still going.
Are you using real examples?
Oh, I'm using real examples. Real examples.
No, I used the real example. I'm just playing.
Yesterday.
With the sneeze guy.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Woo.
Y'all. Ooh. Oh. Marriage Monday almost didn't happen.
Because I did not like him.
Yeah, because we're not going to come on here and fake it.
Nope.
Like, if I don't like her, and that's not why we skip some Mondays, just to let y'all know.
We only skipped one.
No, we did.
But that that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, neither one is intentional.
No, that wasn't intentional.
So, but, like, I don't do that. I'm going to still treat her the same way. Now, the question now begs, should you treat your spouse differently with the niceties and the important things just because you don't like them? What are your thoughts, Donna Reed?
No, you should not treat your spouse.
Right, you should not. Why should you?
Shouldn't.
Why?
Because you have to think about why you are here.
Yes, why you
Like,
are
that is
here.
our catchphrase. Why are you here?
Can you speak up?
Like-
Way over there?
Oh, why is it way over there?
Because you wanted the table to be way over there.
Oh,
Feeling
so
claustrophobic.
yeah, it was a little so far. So that's our catchphrase, y'all. Why are you here?
Mm-hmm.
You always have to ask yourself before doing anything, before reacting, before making decisions, why are you here? Are you here for yourself? Are you here because you said I do to this other person and you love them? And everything you do is going to make an effort toward showing them that.
Right.
Even in anger, even in frustration. Why are you here?
And the other thing, like, even though it may get on your nerves, you may not like them, you still should do those things because it will soften the encounter that you're going to the encounter you're going to have in order to mitigate this whole situation. You see?
Right.
Because
Right.
if both of y'all are, if both of y'all are not doing the niceties and now y'all like kind of purposely being mean to each other or, you know, that sort of thing, then whenever you do come to have a discussion about it, you created additional things that has pissed off the situation, has made the situation worse. So now instead of you just tackling the one issue, now you got to tackle the one issue, and then there's some hurt feelings that has, you know, increased or elevated the issue because, you know, you went downstairs and then didn't offer to bring me any juice back up. You just made breakfast. You made breakfast and stuff that you know I don't want, or you left and went for a walk and didn't even invite me to go for the walk. And maybe I wanted to go walk. I may not talk to you, but I wanted to walk with you.
Right.
You know, so now there's additional issues that you now got to handle simply because you stopped doing the little nice things and the cordial things that you always do for each other. So that in itself is another reason why you should, which brings us to point number 2, which is
Expressing why you don't like them. It's right.
Sorry, I reversed it. So
Yeah.
that actually, what I just said brings us to point number 3, because we switched it around. But yeah, go ahead. My bad. I messed it up.
But it's actually 2 because they switched it.
Okay, yeah, 2.
So 3 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3.
All right, go ahead and go to the next point. You got me lost.
Express why you don't like them.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to walk around upset. I'm sorry, guys. We see you guys are commenting. I just realized my page was not moving, and there's quite a few people on here. So we want to say hey to everybody that just came on.
Yeah.
And
Hi,
we're gonna try
everyone.
to scroll this up.
And somebody felt like we was too close, so in order to
So
look, we got to do all this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think
Yeah.
we're too far now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can move up a little bit.
Nah, we
so
good now.
so express why you don't like them.
Yeah.
You know, although you're upset and you don't want to talk right now and you're not speaking to them right now or whatever, you don't like them, at some point you need to express to them why you did not like them at that moment. What was it that they did to make you so angry or to make you feel the way you do or you felt the way you do toward them?
Right. And when you express that, you got to ask yourself before you get ready to express it, am I doing this to have an argument or am I doing this because I want to resolve this issue? Because if you express it to the person without there being love and consideration and kindness, which is why you keep doing the niceties, then you're going to express it in such a way that's going to create additional problems.
Right.
Right? So, so when you express it to them, you know, and since why I said breathing, you may need to take a breath before you express it to your person. Like me, oftentimes she don't know it, but before, if I want to tell her I don't like her or something about her that's irritating me or whatever, I'll go and meditate for about 5-10 minutes just to clear myself, get my mind and my energy right, and remember why I married this beautiful young lady, so that when I do come to express why I don't like you, it doesn't come out as, you know, I don't like you because, you know, you blah 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 blah.
Right.
No,
Right.
you know, it needs to be, you know, when you did XYZ, the way that that made me feel was XYZ, and this is why I feel that way, and blah blah blah, and why you do it, and so stop, you know.
Right. And unless you are just nasty, awful person, your response to them is going to be different as well. You know, you can't butt heads. You can't come at someone softly and gently. It's possible. There are people that can do it, no matter how someone comes to you, taking advantage. No matter how someone comes to you, you know, if you're in that place, if you're stubborn, hard-headed, stubborn, and don't want to let go, don't want to let go. Wait a minute, you have never come to me in a soft, mild manner, and I just came back at you like, where have I done that?
You do that quite often.
Like, come back at you like,
Yes, because let me tell you why. Because then, and this is what's gonna make it click for you. Because then you're going to a whole rant of, just because you say something nice and calm and peaceful, that don't mean that blah blah blah.
Yeah, okay,
blah.
this is what he's talking about. This is what. No, I don't snap and bite back at you. Why? We got to get these comments. What I do say to him, because Larenzo has this thing, y'all.
Don't be rubbing.
He has this thing that he's okay. I come from.
She hood.
I come from aggression. Let's be real.
Yeah.
There was some things in life who put up these barriers and these walls, and I tend to come in a more aggressive manner. So he tends to come in a more, babe, let's just, you know, this is how I'm thinking, and you know, I want you to know. And when I'm mad, I'm like,
buck up, Joker. No,
like,
you get to New York. She get New York on me, y'all. Andre, you can appreciate it.
what?
She gets all New York on me.
Anyway, he's very calm and therefore I come from a place of, you know, well, I'm gonna be all soft and whatever spoken or whatever if I'm upset and mad. I need you to know that I'm upset. I need you to know that I'm angry with you or I don't like you at the moment. So I kind of have a learned pattern of coming at it a certain way and coming at you a certain way. And so I get it. But what he's talking about is he'll come that way, and I'm not yelling and screaming at you or just like, am I yelling and screaming at you?
You be elevated.
I mean, elevated.
That's why sometimes like.
And this is a difference of someone coming from aggression and someone coming from, the hills are alive with the sound of music. So he may feel like everything is like, and I feel like it's not really that bad. Like, I didn't really say it like that. But anyway, the point is, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. I truly am. I've come a
She has come a long way, y'all. She's come a long way.
Woo! I'm coming
really
a long way. Thank you, Jesus. I've come a long way. But anyway, so what was I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, come on. You were saying about the.
No, you were saying like we were talking about how the other person.
Why?
Responds,
Okay. How the other person responds.
How the other person responds. And
okay. But so in what I'm saying, I still say the same point. I don't feel like if you come at someone in a gentle manner, that they can necessarily in turn continue to come at you in a hard manner. So case in point. Even if I'm ticked off or I'm agitated with him, or I'm not liking him, he still does the same things that he normally does. Like he was saying, like yesterday. He still got up and was like, do you want breakfast? And I'm like, sure.
She wanted to say, I don't want your breakfast.
So, no, I wanted his breakfast because he always cooks breakfast. He's pretty good at cooking things, because I don't do it. So I was like, sure. So he knew I was agitated with him. So he wasn't going to, and we have this, we always eat together. We always sit at the table. The phones go off and all that when we're eating together. Mm-hmm. But he already knew where I was. So he was like, I have Kaden bring your plate up. So I'm sitting up there waiting for my plate, feeling like an ass. I was. And he set my plate up. So it was hard to just, in my mind now I'm thinking, okay, I got to do something to get, to get this right. I got to do something to kind of ease this out. And so my point is, when he comes at me the way he does, there's no other way for me to go than to soften my mode and to, not immediately, but at some point, respond to him the way he's responding to me. Let's get some comments.
All
we
right.
have stuff popping up.
We got to come all the way up here.
We don't want to ignore.
All right, let's see. Andre said, love y'all. Love you too, bro. Andre probably understand all that New Yorkism since he up there.
If you have a good reason for being
what if
stubborn? What if
you have a good reason for
I'm
being
sorry, I can't see.
for being stubborn?
Who is that? I can't see.
That is Riri Shanice.
Reset balance. What if you have a good reason for being, and we may have gone into it because she came back and said balance.
Well, she was talking about balance, yeah, with your high, my low.
What if you have a good reason for being stubborn? What would be a good reason for being stubborn outside of
being
stubbornness?
There's no good reason to be stubborn unless you're right. But that's not being stubborn, that's being right.
Right.
To be stubborn is, I'm not listening, I don't care, it doesn't matter what you present to me, I'm just going to stick to where I am no matter what. There is no good reason to be stubborn. If you see or have
a legit reason to be stubborn.
There's a legit reason to be right, but not a legit reason to be stubborn. And that's just a choice of words maybe. Because being stubborn is just saying, I'm not listening to you. I don't care what you have to say.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're right, you're right.
Right.
Now, if you're right, and for some reason you can't get it across to the person that you're right for them to understand it that way, then you may have to take a different approach in communicating why you're right to them.
Right. Okay, people just say I'm stubborn even if I'm right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Reed, we had the same issue. Maybe because when you are right, based on what they're used to, they don't see it because you're normally stubborn. Like, you don't want to give in. So, and I feel you. I kind of felt that kind of deep there, Reed. I did. I felt it deep. Because there are times when I know what I know. But it's not seen at times because they are used to my demeanor being a certain way. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we can turn people off. Sometimes we can turn people off even in being right, and they don't want to hear it because of how we presented ourselves previously. So that was a good point. That was between me and you, girl.
Something to work on.
That was between me and you. Thank you for that.
He said, yeah, that makes sense. I'm emotionally intelligent and I know what I feel and I be right.
Me too, girl.
Whatever.
But the stubbornness, there is no right in being stubborn.
Because when information is presented to you or it comes across that you are wrong, A actual show of strength is to be able to admit that you're wrong and rectify it.
Right.
Staying in your wrongness just for the sake of not wanting to look weak is actually weakness, because what you're actually demonstrating is an insecurity within yourself. So there is a lot more strength in recognizing, you know what, I was wrong, or I was thinking about it wrong, and my apologies. Now let's fix it, or whatever. So strength is actually in that, not the other way around. But we have such a backwards culture. Western culture is so backwards in that it takes it acts like being stubborn, having that attitude is right. One perfect example, Donald Trump. That's all I gotta say. Y'all like 50, 11 ideas of incidents come in your mind about that joker just by saying that. Somebody who can be completely wrong, but is gonna stick to whatever he said just for the sake of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we miss something else?
We did. You gotta go back to this one.
I thought
Why
you
does
saw.
yours fade out?
I don't know.
Is that YouTube?
That's YouTube.
That's it. Okay. True. I do admit wrongness, but that's only when I see I'm wrong. But I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes.
I actually ask myself, when we get into our debates, arguments, discussions, whatever we call them, believe it or not, one of the first things I think is, am I wrong? Could I have misunderstood what she said? Could she have said something and I think she said something else, but she didn't actually say it? Did I do something what she's claiming that I did? I will first think, did I do it? Am I wrong? Because if I come from that point of view, then it just makes the situation easier for me to see clearly, more clearly, what's going on and not get all caught up into my own emotions, you know, or the fact that now for me, I like being right. If something is right, I like to voice, let me rephrase that. I like correcting and making sure something is, this is what was done, this is right, this is that.
Yes, you do.
Which irritates her to no end.
Woo!
But I'm learning to hold off on that sometimes, that everything don't have to be corrected, but, and I'm saying but as if that gets rid of everything else. At the same time, it is also the idea that we're arguing over a subject matter. We need to be able to handle this subject matter in a way that brings us back to a happier state, because, which takes us into part 3 of this, point number 3, is how much time are you going to spend not liking your mate? Because if you spend too much time not liking your mate, it will build up and build up and build up until the point where the love of your mate starts to dissipate as well.
Right.
So how much time are you going to allow?
Mm-hmm.
Because there is some time you do need to allow. You know, you might need to take a break from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So you might go take a time out. You might need to go for a walk by yourself, right? But take a little. How much time do you take?
Right. Look at her comments.
All right.
Responding.
Yep.
How much time do you take? Everybody would have a different answer for this. Most people have a different answer for this, because depending on how you're feeling and why you're feeling that way, and if it's a buildup of something, you know, it may take a little bit more time for you to kind of turn that thing around. But what we're saying more in this is like the stubbornness. Like, how long am I going to be upset or not like him or not like her? Am I trying to prove a point? Am I,
Oh, Dr. Deanne.
Oh, am I trying to prove a point? Am I trying to hurt them, make them feel the way they made me feel? How much time do you take in not liking your spouse? How much time do you put to that? So we were having a discussion with our nephew while we were having dinner before this, and Katie got in trouble yesterday. Katie got in trouble yesterday.
All kind of trouble.
Katie got in trouble yesterday. Kaden is a great young man. Kaden is 11.
I'm a drop.
And he's a special kind of little boy. And we love him. And the majority of the time, Kaden does what Kaden is supposed to do. But Kaden's an 11-year-old boy. Kaden got an iPhone. Not because we believe in giving just because everybody else has. It took him a while to get an iPhone. It took him a while to get a phone, period. But he was given an iPhone. Wasn't a brand new iPhone. Actually bought it used. $125. Got the iPhone. He still had to earn the phone. He irons my uniforms on Sunday for the week. So he didn't just get the phone. So anyway, Katie got the phone back. Now, mind you, I said Katie got the phone. Since school has ended, summer has been official summer. Katie has lost his phone twice. Lost it as in we have taken it from him. You're not in the... We have taken it from him. So, hey, Kaden. So, took the phone from Kaden yesterday. Gave it back to Kaden yesterday morning. Yesterday morning. Surprised him, slid it under the door. So, I'm like, okay, we going to come out the room. Things going to be done because we were leaving. Going over to my parents for some games and dinner. Get downstairs. And this joker had not done anything that he was supposed to do. Had he done anything?
Nothing really.
Nothing really he was supposed to do. I was so ticked off at Kaden. So anyway, long story short, Kaden got in trouble. We left Kaden here to do what he was supposed to do. Went out and did something else that we wanted to do. Left him here. Gave him a time limit of what needed to be done by the time we got back. So got back and it was done. So long story, fast forward even further. Sorry. We're here to dinner tonight. And we're talking about telling the other person and expressing to the other person that you don't like them and why you don't like them. So he was like, can I do that? Can I tell y'all I don't like y'all? And Larenzo was like, well, no, in this instance you can't because you were the one that did the wrong. So you can't come back now because you've been punished by it and say, Auntie, I was mad at you. I don't like you because, you punished me. So my point to Kaden was, you should not lay down and go to bed at night angry or upset. Let's be real. That happens. We do. We go to bed angry and upset. I told Kaden the best way to handle it, though, that time thing, is to say, I'm upset with you. I'm not ready to talk to you. I don't like you right now, but I love you. Good night. And leave it at that.
Now, we're not saying a child gonna say that, though.
No, we're talking about, I was giving him an example of how that happened. But we relate, it was relayed to us being married, as spouses. We should not, if we can help it, if time permits, because sometimes time doesn't permit. We don't want to start a discussion and take 5 hours in having a discussion before going to bed.
Now, y'all saw who just told that long wraparound story.
I did. I was trying to
take
get
5
to
hours.
Babe.
I don't take 5 hours. I'm straight to the point.
Anyway, he want to tell you the nouns, the pronouns, the adjectives.
Anyway, you can't let it build up.
You can't let it build up.
If you can resolve it before you go to bed,
resolve
it. But if you can't,
acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it. And then it needs to be one of the first things you handle the next day. Sometimes you get a little sleep on it and you feel better. Your mind is a little bit clearer. You're not holding on to all that negative energy. And now you can actually have a discussion concerning what it was that happened. It may continue. The argument may spark back up. But you're still in the process of handling the issue. Riri did say earlier that she voices her opinion, the short version of what she said. She voices her opinion because she grew up in a family where she wasn't allowed to express herself, voice her emotions. And that actually hit home to me in this situation. That hit home to me because of this. I grew up in a household that was completely the opposite for me. I could express, within reason, I could express my approvals, disapproval, my likes, my dislikes.
Right.
I could
I could
question my parents and my elders' decisions or thought processes on things.
Eddie J. Ross?
Even Eddie J. Ross. I was like the only person in the
I'm
family.
gonna ask David about that.
Nah, David couldn't. I was the only one in the family. Maybe my cousin Chanel. Me and her were probably the only ones in the family that could question Eddie J. Ross. Anybody else question Eddie J. Ross, you can go pick some switches. But you still have to do that within reason. Mm-hmm. You still have to come at it a certain way. So I understand and then I've met other people who grew up in houses where they couldn't express themselves. So they either do one or two things. They get into a relationship and they are like straight demure. Yeah. Not gonna express themselves, take whatever somebody say to them and just take their little hurt feelings and go cry. Mm-hmm. Or they go overboard. And we know this kind of thing happens a lot. Like people who are sexually abused, they have a tendency to go overboard in their sexuality. Mm-hmm. Or they shut down. It's finding that peaceful place in the middle that says that I have emotions, but I don't have to express every thought, because every thought is not death or dying.
Right. Every
battle does not have to be fought. And this is a discussion that me and Baby was having. I don't fight every battle. To me, it's too much wasted energy trying to fight every battle, because then all you're doing is, if you think about it, you can find something to fight about every day. Right. Something is going to be displeasing. So to me, it's like, okay, I measure it, I weigh it. Is this worth creating an unhappiness right now? Is this something that I can just handle and just deal with, and just move on?
But I tend to want to discuss more. I tend to want to get into detail of why I feel a certain way. And I feel like if I'm not able to do that, then the issue or the problem is not going to be solved. It's like one-sided. So it's one of those things where we have to realize where we are with that.
Everything ain't going to be solved.
No.
For instance.
Everything's not going to be solved.
For instance. Turning on the water when you're getting ready to get in the shower. Knowing everybody's waiting for dinner for you. But you flicking on your little phone. Let me do my way of doing it. You're flicking on your little phone. But it's not even that. You're just letting the hot water run. Like it's free. Right? Now, when we first got married, but now it's just, baby, get in the shower. Baby, get out your phone, get in the shower. Instead of making it an argument, it's just, baby, get in the shower. You just running the water, get in the shower. I just start saying things to kind of remind, like, little clicks. Baby, get in the shower, hot water just running. Other people may want to take a shower one day. We might want to eat. Dinner is ready. I'm not making dinner until you finish. Can't even start it. My water downstairs boiling.
Let me tell you how I respond to that. Because I used to be like, look, when I come home, I want to decompress. I want to go upstairs, use the restroom, take my shower, stand around, just kind of decompress. But he's one of those, okay, it's time to eat dinner. I've cooked. I like for, when it's hot, respect the dinner. He always says, respect the dinner. Dinner is made. I need you to come down for dinner. So in response to that, like he said, initially that was the thought and the feeling. But now I'm more like, okay, now I'm more, aware of the time. Now I'm more aware of how long I stay upstairs, and I may, move on Facebook or go through social media or make little posts.
But we still working on running that water.
Or just take my time. Yeah, because sometimes I turn the water on and I get straight in there. But more aware of it because of the way he decided to express it to me. The death or dying.
The death or dying. When that bill come in to be death or dying, I'm like, hey man, this is $10 more than last month.
10?
Hey, I'm just being nice.
Okay. Because 10 not bad.
That's a couple of bottles of juice.
10?
Yeah, the thing like $3-4 a piece. That's 2 bottles of juice. See, you losing juice because you want to let the hot water run.
I need more water anyway. Drinking water.
So, anyway, you want to resolve these things, and you don't want to, and really to answer to more into what Riri was saying. My opinion is that you want to really focus on whether or not something is worth saying.
Right.
Is it really worth it? When you get back to your why, nobody got married to argue all the time.
Right.
Nobody got married to be in like a static situation all the time. You got married because you wanted to share your happiness and joy with this person. Now, every day is not going to be sunshines and rainbows. Sometimes you're going to have those days, but you want to be able to look at a calendar and say that, you know what, there was 7 days in this week and we had 5 good days compared to 2. You don't want to say there was 7 days in this week and we had 5 bad days and only 2 good days. Because if you think about it, and I love these numbers, if you only have 2 really good days a week, that means out of 365 days, you only had 104 good days. You ever think about those numbers? You might say, oh, well, we had 2 good. The weekends is always great. You only have 104 good days out of 365. That's a bad ratio.
It is.
That's less than 50%. So, I like numbers. So for me, I think about it in those terms of, I want to look back at the year and be like, man, most of our year, we had a really good year, because I really can count like how many times did we really not like each other, because I want to have more. I know it's impossible to have all good days, but I want to make sure we have more good days than bad days. Everything that happens, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to turn into something when there's no need to, or there's a workaround. Like, don't start dinner until she gets home. Workaround. Then I'm not talking about respecting the dinner, because I don't even go through the process until I know exactly when to start dinner based on what I'm making. If what I'm making is going to take 20 minutes, I know when the 20-minute mark is based on her decompression, right? And so, like, I told the boy earlier today, he was like, I'm hungry. Well, you're going to have to wait. It's a 10-minute dinner, and she ain't at her 10-minute mark. So you just going to have to wait. I did. He was like, can I have a snack? Nope. No snacks. Drink some water. Just how it's going to roll.
I appreciate you considering my decompression, because I need it.
It's love.
It is.
Because the hills are alive. Anyway. So, let's get into the main thing here. We always want to resolve everything. We always want you guys to have a happier life, a happier wedding, happier marriage, happy, everything. Happy house, happy spouse. Or happy spouse, happy house. So, fixing it. How do you fix it when you don't like that joker? And even though I'm not saying A, I'm gonna say B first. We got 3 different things, but really it's probably like 5 different things.
Oh, fixing it?
Yeah, I'm fixing it. But I'm gonna say what we wrote down for B, because she said it. Donna said this, y'all. She said the best way to fix it is to have sex. That's what she said. For all the ladies who gonna watch this and have something to say, she said that.
Hi, I'm Donna.
She said the best way to fix it, have sex. I'm mad at you. Angry sex. Don't like you sex. Get it in.
Make me like you again.
Yeah. Put it in. Hey, if you were the one who was wrong, you need to do the work. All right? Understand.
I'm here for it.
If you were wrong and you know you was wrong, you the reason why there's an issue. And they are willing.
We got a thumbs up somewhere. I don't know who threw the thumbs up.
Then you need to do the work. So that means, hey, it's her night. It's his night or moment or whatever it is. You need to do the work. And you may need to make it exciting. All right? You might need to, just come in and be like, hello, how are you today?
Again, like you.
You know what ain't sexy?
What?
Hello, hi.
No.
My name is Patel. Are you ready for your massage? Are you ready?
Don't be Patel.
This is going to be a great massage. We're going to make you feel great.
Don't be Patel. No, but again, one of those things. Like, why do we have to mix and we not making love, we not having sex because I don't like you? I'm going to like you tomorrow. So why? Why?
And it's going to knock off some stress.
It is. Ways to fix it. Now, understand, this does not mean sex solves all. This does not mean you go and have... What?
Just crush my dreams.
It doesn't mean you go and have sex regardless of what's going on and that's going to fix it all. It's not what I'm saying at all. It's not what we're saying at all. But it is when you're in that place, in that space with one another, and it's not death or dying, why not? Like, it just gives some...
Oh, let me say this for Paul.
Pressure of the situation.
It releases serotonins in the brain, which then creates happiness. And a little bit of DMT because you might take a nap afterwards. So then you got happy juice going in your brain. Makes you feel better. Ain't that right? Whenever Paul watched this.
You way down.
Okay.
So fixing it. Ways of fixing it.
Now we also want to try looking at it from the other person's point of view. All right. Really sit back and say, okay, how do they see this? How did it happen for them? What is their perspective of this situation? It's kind of like that. There was a movie that was made like a long time ago where, well, I say a long time ago, like 10 years ago, where they showed like an assassination and then they showed from one person's recording of it. Then they showed another person's point of view, and the movie kept doing that. And basically, take it from that point. How do they see it? What could they possibly see? And maybe, because maybe you missed something, or maybe you're just not understanding something. So when I pissed her off really bad the other day, there was a portion of the festivity where I had to step back and say, you know what? I realized because of the history that you've told me about your life and your growing up and your relationship, that when I did this aspect of it, this ain't none of y'all business. When I did this aspect of it, that it triggered some of your past pains. So I had to apologize, even though I was mad, justifiably in my world, even though I was justifiably mad, there was a part of it that I had to say, from her point of view, this is what that looked like, triggered some old emotions, even though I ain't had nothing to do with it, but that don't matter because now she's with me or he's with you, but you have to recognize if you trigger something that you got to step back and realize that. Mm-hmm. And even though it ain't you, it is you. So that's why the other person's point of view is very important, to be able to look at things from that all through the whole altercation, because there may be different little points here and there that are different triggers, and we got to be aware of those things.
Right. To the point of view, here's some comments.
Yeah. We ain't doing this right here no more.
Yeah, next time it'll be closer.
Oh, I agree with those terms. About sex.
Is that real? Man, what is that? Oh, that is Riri. Okay.
Riri, I told you. I can look.
I can't see.
The glasses on, jokers.
Okay, what's that?
Hello, everyone. Oh, hi.
Just stop. See what else?
What? Exactly. A lot of triggers.
Okay. A lot of triggers. Mm-hmm.
You want to take them?
Look inside. You wrote that.
I know.
Okay.
I wrote that too. I wrote that one.
Yeah, you did. But B was me. All right.
All right. So also, you have to look inside yourself. You have to. Look, y'all. It's been a long day. All right, now. So the other portion of it is look inside yourself, because the other person may not always know all your triggers. They may not always realize that they've done something to do that. Right. So even though it's their responsibility to know you well enough to understand that, you also have to begin this journey of knowing yourself well enough to know when you are acting out of turn or acting out of character simply because of old past things that you're passing on to the person, to your mate, which they don't deserve, or you just have issues and you need to resolve your issues, or there's just a better way. And the way here's the thing. People like to say, well, that's how I've always been.
Right.
Well, no, you're not. It is not. It is not how you've always been. Honestly, every person watching this and every person sitting here is not the same person that they were a year ago. There are so many experiences you've had since a year ago that you are not the same person, right? So, like, to give you an example, there's an old story. Most of y'all probably never heard it. There's an old story. I'm gonna make it short. Ain't gonna tell it in a story format. So if a person comes up to me and they punch me in my face, right? But I don't respond to it, I don't react to it. And I just smile at them. That person goes away, goes home, and they think about it. I punched this man in his face and he didn't even respond back, he didn't fight me back. And I punched him because I didn't like what he was talking about on YouTube. And they go home and they realize I punched this man and he didn't do nothing. He still continued doing what he's doing. He still continued talking about love and peace and happiness. And if they go through the whole night tossing and turning, like feeling guilty and remorseful and everything about it, and then if they come to me the next day and ask for forgiveness, what I would tell them is that there is no need for me to forgive you. Because you came back after what you did yesterday, you are a different person. The person who's standing in front of me right now is not the same person who punched me in the face yesterday. Because the person who punched me in the face yesterday had no guilt, had no remorse, hadn't went through the transformation that you just went through. Right? So you are a new person. So everyone is a new person. Stop holding on to who you used to be when you was growing up. My mama and them, my dad and them, that's just how we did it in our house. It ain't your house. It ain't their house no more. You're not in your parents' house no more. You're in your house.
Right.
And your body, your spirit, your mind, your energy is now in your house. I've always told people, I will let you say, oh, that's how I was raised. This is what my mama, daddy did, my cousin, my friend, all them, up until you 30. Once you hit 30, you are making your own decisions, your own life. You are now deciding who you are. And when you decide that you're going to be whatever somebody else made you into, then that's your decision, and you're allowing them to control you. So look inside you, determine who you want to be, even in those small instances. Who do I want to be in this situation, right? And then who do I want to be going forward? You know, we had a conversation the other day where I was like, you know, I wake up every day thinking, how can I make you happy? What can I do today to make you happy? What can I do today to make you happy? Because I want today to be a great day. And baby was like, every day ain't gonna be a great day. That's an impossibility. And I was like, it ain't about every day. It's just about today. I can't do nothing about tomorrow because it ain't came yet. The past, I already know what I jacked up in the past. Just today. And if I do it today and do it tomorrow, then we'll have more happy days than bad days. So just today, because I'm looking inside for just today. And that's how we have to think about that. Okay? Look inside yourself. Just today.
Just today.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Anybody got anything to add to that? This couch ain't working either.
No, it's not.
I'm too fluffy for this couch.
You're too fluffy for the couch.
Y'all, she making me fat, y'all. Y'all see this? She making me fat. Yeah, even though I cook, she making me fat. This is, I need to open up the store so I can go to work. And not be in the house working from sitting down.
Working from the house.
Ugh.
Tired of being at the house.
Yes, I am.
All right. So this is great. We appreciate you all joining us.
Yes, we do.
We are trying to make sure we don't go over our hour time because we can't get there.
Oh, last week we was like at 1 hour and 29 minutes.
We had some great discussions. What was last week?
Yeah. I forgot.
The sex is not always going to be great.
Yeah, the sex is not always going to be great.
If y'all missed that,
be hot. Yeah.
The sex is not always going to be hot.
See, y'all need to go back and y'all need to
go to the YouTube channel.
Y'all need to get
y'all
on
can
YouTube.
Watch all the videos there.
And so this week's great commenter is Riri. We're gonna start getting shout out to great commenters. Some of y'all jokers ain't saying Nathan.
The dog pick we calling him. We're
Nobody
not talking
calling
to you. We're not talking.
Swear y'all. When I came into this marriage, this relationship,
say hi. Look.
I was told.
Say hi.
I was told that this was not part of it.
This is my daughter's dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's been with me since he was 5 weeks.
Yay, thank you.
She was supposed to take him her freshman year,
This was-
sophomore year, her junior year.
This was not part of the package.
But he likes him. He be playing with Teddy, and he don't think we.
No,
know.
I don't. This was not part of the
Say,
package.
hey, Uncle.
Don't you? Hey,
Hey, Uncle.
hey, you know better.
Say, hey, Uncle. Go play.
This is one of those things that I just suck up. I just suck it up, y'all. Because those who know me, they know that having a pet was not part of my program.
He's a little thing, though. He don't bother nobody.
Stink.
All right, he do not
He
stink.
do smell like a dog.
You crazy.
You smell like all outdoors
You're
right now.
crazy.
do.
All right.
All right.
So good night. Good night,
Y'all were
guys.
great.
Go to the YouTube channel.
YouTube.
Tag Team Marriage.
We want to see all y'all
On
here in
YouTube.
Atlanta next February.
We definitely do.
We're going to be partying.
Riri, go do submit your RSVP, girl. You and your +1.
Yep. Tag
Yeah,
Team Wedding.
TagTeamWedding.com.
And join the YouTube page. Okay? Tag Team Marriage. All right?
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
See you next week,
See you
Riri.
next week. See y'all next week.
How do I do it? Just go to TagTeamWedding.com.
TagTeamWedding.com.
And it's there.
Where you coming from,
You
Riri?
get to see the engagement video where he
Yeah.
he proposal video, excuse me. Where he proposed in front of the
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel downtown Atlanta.
Caught off guard like a champ.
That video is on there. Y'all can go see that one as well.
Oh, Illinois near
Illinois.
Chicago.
Okay.
All right. Come
Okay,
on.
I have some people coming from that way.
Yep, there's some other people coming from Illinois. Probably on the same plane.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Be great. Hit all the
Get
buttons.
over here.